Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Instant Replay right here on FYNTV.com. I'm your host Dave Garner. We thank you for being with us on this live on this June 11th, 2018. We've got Amanda Evans behind the glass along with Luther Kinsey. A lot of folks, of course, behind the scenes here today, and we thank you guys for being with us. And I want to send a special shout out to Luther Kinsey, who filled in last week, did a great job. He's behind the glass today, and so we're looking forward to having Luther on with us later on in the show as well. A very busy hour as we get set here in this 10 o'clock hour. Just a reminder, again, all week long right here through Thursday, you can watch the instant replay. So if you're watching on Monday, you indeed are watching this live. If you're watching on another day of the week, you're watching one of our encore replays, but still the same show, 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday right here on FYNTV.com. It's Team FYN Sports. We are rocking. If it happens in North Georgia, we're all over it. Again, we're highlighting and promoting student athletes of all ages in a positive way right here on the Instant Replay. And once again, thank you for having us. A lot of things to talk about happening over the weekend, and we're going to do some of this later in the show. We're going to talk about the Triple Crown. Justify, of course, adding his name to that list over the weekend. Of course, the NBA Finals and NHL Finals wrapping up. We also have some other youth sports and some things to talk about. And coming up in our second segment, our very own BKP, who just got off the air, he's going to pop in here with an exciting announcement having to do with Team FYN Sports. And we will have that for you here in just a few short minutes. So stay with us. A lot going on here in the studio and a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, normally when you get to this time of year, high school ball's out. You know, the guys are in the weight room. They're working towards fall. We're gearing up for another, volleyball, softball, cross-country season as well. So you tend to think there's not as much to talk about, but that's really not the case. There's a lot of youth camps, summer activity going on. A lot of our basketball players are in tournament mode throughout the summer playing. And so really, as we talk about high school sports, we really have transitioned over the last really 20 years or so into it being a year-round sort of thing. And a lot of student athletes are receiving scholarships, not necessarily because of what they're doing during their scholastic sports seasons, but because of what they're doing in AAU ball and in camps and other things, because it allows the college coaches to go and scout these kids in the off season. So again, this is, even though school is technically not in, it's still a very important, still a very busy time of year. And so what we're going to do is do our best to keep up with who's where, what's going on this summer as far as our high school athletes, but also our up and coming high school athletes, our future stars of tomorrow, if you will, with our youth sports and everything else. So again, looking forward to a lot of fun. Amanda, how are you doing this Monday morning? You're here, huh?
I'm here.
I tell you what, it was an action-packed couple hours of BKP this morning. I heard him through the door there. I mean, he was going off on a rant. I'm hoping maybe he catches his breath a little bit before he comes back in here in a few minutes.
No, he never stops.
He never stops. So Luther also behind the glass as well. How you doing, partner?
Good morning.
Yeah, you're here, man. You're here. Polo number one. What would you say? 154? Is that the number?
145.
145. It's a Cooperstown one too, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. I may drag you out here and let folks look at the old Cooperstown, but you've been an official, as we know, for a long time. You've traveled all around the place, so I'm looking forward to hearing about that story.
Yeah, it's a very interesting setup they have up there in Cooperstown, New York, and I was blessed to be a part of it, and I'll fill in the details from if we get a chance today on the show to talk about that.
There we go. Sounds good. I got to share this little nugget right here. Now, a lot of folks know that, a lot of my life is public in a lot of ways because of the nature of, what we do here. But I'm a very private person. But I got to share that Saturday night, had the opportunity to slip away. We had a yard sale this weekend. We painted till midnight Sunday night. So I'm running on fumes, pardon the pun, really. But Saturday night we had a chance to get out for a little while, and we got invited to an 80s party down in Midtown, down in Atlanta. And man, it was an awesome experience. I mean, this thing was like top notch. The whole costume, the whole nine. The food was excellent. The music was fun, a great atmosphere. I actually went now this is a little bit before Amanda's time, but Luther, you might appreciate this. Flavor Flav. You remember Flavor Flav, right?
I remember Flavor Flav.
You do remember Flavor? I mean, Amanda's just,
right.
she's a spring
Thank you for
chicken.
the
I just didn't know if she would even know who that was. But I had the clock around my neck. I mean, the glasses, the hat size. I mean,
I
the
saw that
Adidas.
last
You know.
night.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
This is 2018. Was your clock digital, or what? Did it have to still have the big?
No, it
hands
still
on
had the hands, man. It still had the hands. I mean, it was like the talk of the party that I was able to pull that off. You know.
guys are
So
awesome.
There's a joke here, and I'm going to let you run with it if you so choose.
okay.
But at our age, our eyesight goes. Maybe we need to wear those all the time to see what time it is.
I need to wear a clock on my wrist,
Right.
you know, because I have to sit here and squint at my watch.
And being that we talked about the Cooperstown and being an official for years, I do not want you to tie in the eyesight and the umpire there, please.
Okay. We'll stay away from that. How about that? Oh, man, we've got a great show for you today. Let's go ahead and jump right on in with our high school football discussion. And this is the way that we like to start out a lot of our programs right here, because as Luther talked last week, the guys are in summer conditioning mode. In fact, a week ago, really today, a lot of our local area high schools jumped into the weight room officially after maybe a week or two following spring practices. You usually give them a few days off there, but it's right back to work for our high school football teams. And a few Dragon football players down in Pickens County attended summer camps in the last week or so. We've got CJ Stryker, who was down at Georgia Tech at that camp, putting in some summer work there. Of course, CJ, a 2020 graduate, putting in the work, and we all know about CJ and his work ethic and how hard of a worker he is. So it's very exciting to see a player like CJ Stryker at a camp like Georgia Tech, and certainly a guy that has really gotten it done. And speaking of the weight room, we saw the other day where he squatted 500 pounds. I think they actually put that out on the Twitter account. Pickens High School does a really good job with their social media, and so we're able to really keep up with those guys a lot. How about 2019 running back Robert Davis? He was at Mercer Camp putting in the work down there, and Trayvon Hawkins was at Kennesaw State in summer camp mode. And also saw Zach Goss doing a little bit of work, and I think he was up at Tennessee Tech, his future destination. And Bailey Kennedy doing a great job along that offensive line, man. I saw some video of him out there as well, putting folks on the ground. So again, it was really crazy there. Now Goss again hasn't made his full intentions known at Tennessee Tech, but he was definitely up there showing a lot of interest. And Kennedy, of course, was down at LaGrange. So a lot of Dragon players, and Luther, I'll let you chime in as well on this too. I mean, a lot of players all over our area. We just happen to have the information on Pickens here today, but it's great to see these guys, man, staying busy, putting in that work, because as we know, especially with football, man, it's year round. It doesn't just start August 1st anymore. These guys are hard at work.
They are, you know, and I'm really, you know, of course, I'm from Pickens County. I'm a Gilmer reporter. I'm originally from Gainesville. So I haven't really latched on to a team over here that, you know, I can pull for.
Right.
You know, of course, in the sports reporting business, you know, I try not to do that. The same as in my officiating. You know, there are two teams playing. I'm going to do my job. But I tell you, if I had to pick one right now as a fan, it would be Pickens County. Not because I live there, but just, I mean, and as you
now,
said,
careful now. I mean, the Bobcats, Rebels. I mean, they may all have something to say about that.
Well,
so.
I understand. Like I said, and you know, I do my job. But if you take me out of the sports industry that I'm in, I would have to say it's Pickens. You know, well, they're coming up. They're getting better every year. Coach Parker's done an amazing job with them down there.
Yeah.
And as you can see here on paper today that you're reporting, the athletes are not just say, oh, well, it's summertime, let's go to the beach. Now, everyone deserves that opportunity, of course.
Sure.
But these guys are wanting to get better. They're wanting to push forward and just really, really focusing on getting their time in during the summer to get better and stay strong and be prepared.
Absolutely. Well, there's a lot of excitement around that program right now. I mean, you look at the turf and the video board and all those things that we've talked about over the last several weeks. You know, so definitely a lot of excitement going on in Pickens County right now. Speaking of, Luther, the Dragon schedule, one of the things we want to do right here on the program each week through the summer is break down one of our local area teams. And so we'll stick with the Dragons and kind of take a look at their schedule. This year, non-region wise, they open up with Stone Mountain, who has put together some really good teams in the past. So that'll be a big, tough test right off the bat for this Dragon team. We know they've played Chattahoochee, a big school over the last several years, and had success against them. And so now they're looking to open up the schedule on August 17th against Stone Mountain. Pepperell 2 weeks later. We all know about the tradition of Pepperell over in the Rome area and what they're able to do. So that'll be Dragon versus Dragon. Those two have played against each other before. And then it's White County and Chamblee before that September 21st matchup against Gilmer County. So pretty tough non-region slate to open up the area, and a couple of those Atlanta area schools as well.
You're right. And as we talked a couple weeks ago, but with Gilmer, starting out with a schedule this tight in non-region, and this strong, I should say, it's going to test them early. I believe they're up to the challenge. As we said then, and I will continue to say probably, through my dying days, is you play to the level of your competition,
right?
And stepping it up against these big schools, it's going to pay off. For Pickens, it gives them the heart, the drive, and honestly shows them what they need to work on getting into region, which is what really counts.
Right.
And there again, Coach Parker's gonna have them ready. They had their 7-on-7 passing camp last week as well. Did very well in that. Hosted some of these big schools, none that are listed here, but Sequoia.
Yeah, I think Sequoia ended up winning it, I believe. Yeah.
And those camps and these gentlemen, attending these summer camps at major universities and putting their time in the weight room, that's what's preparing them for these.
Oh, yeah.
And then playing these big schools. That's Absolutely. What's preparing them to allow them to have the good season like they had last year and making the playoffs.
Absolutely. And I had to throw that in there about Sequoia because I was the first graduating class of Sequoia High School, so I had to throw that in there. Yeah, Coach Parker, though, was an assistant at Sequoia, before eventually working his way to Pickens, but he was Chapel Hill, so I had to throw that in there. I'm still an old Cherokee County boy at heart. So.
Well, no problem. If you'll notice that I did put C.J. Stryker going to Georgia Tech camp at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
So we're entitled
you had to throw that in there as well.
That first graduating class, wasn't Sequoia, didn't they build that school in their first class in 1923 or 33 or something?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. I'm telling you. I'll get you back for that one.
I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we have come to the end of our first segment, but we do want to remind folks, again, you can call us right here on the program at 706-889-9700, and you can always email us at teamfynsports@fetchernews.com. Again, any information you have, whether it's your child or grandchild, and you want to share some information with them, or if you have an event going on, whatever it may be, even if it's a school-related fundraiser, for example. A lot of folks, of course, do stuff in the local area. We don't mind sharing that information right here. We want this program to be fun and entertaining, but first and foremost, we want it to be informative. And so any information you guys have that you want to pass along going on in the community, please do that by emailing us at teamfynsports@fetchernews.com. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, but on the other side of the break, our very own BKP with some exciting news coming up right here on the Instant Replay. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And welcome back to the Instant Replay. Again, Dave Garner with you, and I'm joined now by our very own BKP with some exciting news with Team FYN Sports. And we all know you're a big baseball fan, no doubt about that. And I know you just put in a couple hours on the air. Have you wound down a little bit yet, or is that? I mean, is that even a thing with you? Because you're like 100 miles an hour, man. I've known you a long time.
Well, you got to give me the second, Dave. I appreciate you letting me be on your show. This is great. I mean, I was wondering if it would ever happen. Will the day come I get called up to the big leagues?
We finally had to give in
side by side, and then I'm trying to say, well, wait a minute. I'm trying to acclimate myself to this side of the desk.
Right, yeah. I mean,
being the guy that answers the questions, don't ask. It's a whole new thing for me, Dave.
I mean, you're in the hot seat now, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, tell us what's going on. I mean, very exciting news. I don't want to give it away. I'll let you do that. But a lot of stuff going on, especially towards the end of this week, starting on Thursday, man.
We wanted to do this segment. I appreciate Dave, and thank you to all the viewers and Team FYN Sports. But there's a couple things. Number one, this is at FetcherNews.com. Team FYN Sports, FYN TV. There's a couple things that every once in a while define who we are, and what we're about to talk about defines really who we are as a company and what we really enjoy in doing, being part of the community. Team FYN Sports will have a FYN TV will have a Team FYN Sports production for Region 6. This is big. This is huge for North Georgia. 11 teams, 12 and under, Dizzy Dean baseball tournament. This Thursday night, starting at 6 o'clock, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday out of Clear Creek Ball Fields, David.
Awesome.
It's going to be awesome. 11. I've always said that we need to just come clean with the viewers. FYN TV, we keep stepping out and doing things we haven't done.
Right.
But if you don't do those, you never do it. You just say, oh, I don't think I could do that.
Right.
We've had great success. We appreciate everybody out there. We've had great success with the Gilmer Park and Rec. We did 3 years, and this past year, I want to say flawless as could be. We've had great success for the Gilmer Park and Rec end of the season basketball tournament. It's like 3 days nonstop, and it's enormous. We're stepping out, and we're trying baseball now.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's awesome. 12 and under, Dizzy Dean tournament, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week.
Right.
Out at Clear Creek, out at the new ball fields, if you will, out at next to Clear Creek Middle School there at the Park and Rec. Looking forward to it. I mean, I think it's an awesome opportunity. I think it's an awesome opportunity for the players, the parents, all those that are part of it. And the fact that, we're going to be there as a sports team and as FYN News, I think is awesome.
Well, let me tell you a couple things. Number one, they had, and let me just say this to the 14-year-old. The 14-year-old Region 6 Dizzy Dean playoffs took place this past weekend. If you're out there, we just are not set up yet to be able to do back-to-back like that. So
right.
We had to pick 14 or 12-year-olds, and don't take that wrong. We didn't pick 12-year-olds over 14-year-olds, although it looks that way. But here's the thing: is we had to prepare and have some more time to get ready, and so we couldn't do both weekends. There are. Let me give you the teams, and then let me tell you why I enjoy the 12 and under Dizzy Dean playoffs. White County, Towns County, Dawson County, Union County, Hall County, Fannin County, Jefferson, Gilmer, Lumpkin, Jackson, and Clay County, North Carolina. 11 teams. Is going to be exciting. These are all your neighbors.
Right.
I mean, that's
right.
that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, Dawson's playing Union and White's playing Towns, and then
right.
you have Gilmer playing Jet. These are all of our neighbors, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
So this is a bracket tournament. I
guess,
yeah,
right? This is a double elimination.
Double elimination bracket. Okay.
11 teams, double elimination, and there'll be a game Monday if necessary.
Okay.
So right now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the 12-year-olds, I just want to say this. You brought this up. I love baseball. Love it with a passion. And I love the 12-year-olds for a reason, is because that's where you start seeing what I call a pitcher trying to throw a banana pitch. Now, we used to call it a banana pitch. It just hooked. We shouldn't have pitchers out there throwing a curve, but we had this thing called a banana pitch. It looked like a banana.
Yeah.
So it's when you start seeing that. And it's when you start seeing an attempt to turn a double play, and can they snap everything off?
Right, exactly.
And if the shortstop pitches it to the second baseman and he doesn't make the snap over the first and throw it over his head, now 3 runs come in and the moms are yelling.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, but the dads yell when they strike out.
Right.
No,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But it is just watching the progression, because I mean, by the time they're 14, like you talked about 14, but they're a lot of them are in high school by now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They're playing
and
travel
we're already
ball.
doing a lot with that kind of stuff. So I think that being able to go down and maybe get the younger, tomorrow's superstars, as we talk about, I think is great, because that's what summer gives us the opportunity to do, is kind of feature some of those guys, the up and coming guys that we're going to see at the high school in the next couple of years.
Well, 12 years old, they're leading and they're stepping off the bag a little bit. They're trying to agitate the pitcher a little bit, and there may be a throw over. There's so many things in the game that they're attempting at 12 years old. And I tell you what, if you've never watched 12-year-old baseball, that's exciting. I mean, I love the Braves, love watching that. Don't want to take up too much of your time, but I've been watching Super Regionals in baseball, College World Series right there.
Right, absolutely.
So, love the College World Series, Super Regionals. Is that kid from Auburn? Was he picked number 1 in the draft?
I think he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, picked
first overall, number 1. Yep.
In the major leagues. But anyhow, that pitcher. But that being said, is 12-year-old is where exciting baseball. They're hitting the ball.
Starting to look like it looks like baseball. I mean, at that age, you start seeing the game played the way it was kind of intended to be played. I think so. More at the 12-year-old.
Well, let me just say this, Dave. You know me well enough that I will say something that some people won't say.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So this is not a negative, but for baseball fans out there, 12 years old, let me just can it and put it together. 12 years old is the year where you send a kid out to play right field because they hit the ball there.
Right, yeah.
It's not just go play right field.
Because we got to get you in the game.
Yeah, we got to get you in the game.
Yeah, right.
They actually hit the ball there, so
right,
go play right field.
Exactly. It becomes an important position. Yeah, absolutely.
Something else, Dave, before we get out of here. Again, appreciate you letting me be on the show. We are going to be announcing these. Okay, and here's a couple things you don't want to miss. There's going to be 2 fields. We're going to attempt, okay, 4 cameras, 4 camera angles. We're going to attempt that. Number 2, there's going to be 2 fields. We cannot do both fields, but we will have a reporter. There's going to be field 1 and field 2, and we will be live on one of the fields at all times right to the championship game. But what we're going to have is we're going to have a reporter or somebody over at the other field at the middle of the innings, bringing back stats, details, what happened, how many runs, what was exciting. We're going to have a table set up, and we're going to be broadcasting and announcing. You are going to hear my flavor. That's what it is, of baseball. You will hear it. I will announce every game. Marathon baseball, love it, can't wait for it. I know Lisa is not quite as excited as I am, but I can't wait. Luther's going to be helping out. Yeah. Dave may be stepping by. We'll have other people. I've already told Kevin White. I've already told several over there at the park the other day that they have to set in. But here's what you don't want to miss. Is between every game, we are going to pull players from the previous game over to the table and do interviews. And these guys love the interviews. And we're going to be talking to them about I'm sorry, I could go on and on. It's baseball. You need to cut me off, Dave. That starts at 5:45 Thursday. You go to fyntv.com, fyntv.com, or we'll also be on YouTube. Never forget, if you go to our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetcher News, and subscribe, anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you get a notification. So we'll be live on YouTube, live on fyntv.com, 5:45 Thursday. All right? Follow us on Facebook for more details.
There we go. Sounds good. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 12 and under Dizzy Dean Tournament, live from Clear Creek and right here on fyntv.com. BKP, play-by-play, unplugged. You'll hear him in a way you've probably never heard him before.
I may have to send out some stuff like ducks on a pond and stuff like that. If I have to send out ducks on a pond,
you're going to be breaking out all the stops,
and,
man.
Stranded,
no doubt about it.
You know, 2 stranded. If I have to send that out, but I'm ready to go. Dave, thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a break and be right back. Plenty more straight ahead on this week's edition of the Instant Replay. Stay with us.
I've had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love, because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
what you gonna do with all that junk?
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And welcome back to this episode of the Instant Replay. Again, North Georgia's only weekly online live sports talk show, and it's right here on FYNTV.com. BKP, of course, joined us before the break there in the last segment, talking about some exciting news right here with Team FYN Sports, as the 12 and under Dizzy Dean tournament will be streamed live right here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, Thursday and Friday streams will take place. We'll start around 5:45, and then of course the weekend action as well will take place. And so again, keep up with the schedule, complete schedule, on our Facebook page and also online at FetcherNews.com. Very excited about the being able to feature young folks, and that's what it's all about. We talk about our student athletes, but really that encompasses more than just high school athletes. I mean, obviously that's the focus of what we do, but you know, middle school, youth, they're all student athletes. And so so great to be able to feature them in a positive way. Speaking of high school basketball camps, also busy. We talked about football in the first segment, but the Pickens Dragonettes getting set to travel to Knoxville, Tennessee this week to Lincoln Memorial University to get in a few days of summer practice. Meanwhile, the Dragon Boys will travel to Northwest Whitfield over in Tunnel Hill to work out with their team later in the week on Thursday. And Mackenzie Weaver, one of the standout Dragonette players at Pickens High School, she recently came back from a camp at UNC Chapel Hill, and she was named out of about 50 or 60 or so sophomores in that camp. She was named as a top 5 player. So some great recognition right there by one of her local student athletes. Congratulations to Mackenzie Weaver. We all know about her and what she's meant to that Dragonette program, but being able to take a top 5 away, and there is a lot of great competition at the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill summer camp. That was a week or so ago, and so again, congratulations to Mackenzie on that one there. Gilmer basketball. Let's transition now to summer camps, talk a little bit about what's going on. We got a lot of stuff to run down in the next half hour or so. Gilmer basketball held their Lady Cat camp this past week with almost 60 in attendance, and again, these young ladies were taught all different kinds of skills, fundamentals, certainly the focus at that age. But the great thing about it is you have the high school players and coaches coaching up these future Lady Cats. And, you know, we've covered this camp for years. I used to cover it, obviously, at ETC for years, all the different summer camps running around after these kids all summer, and a lot of fun. This is always a great camp put on by the high school and, of course, the middle school coaches as well at Clear Creek. Each day ended with the athletes forming teams, getting together, applying their newly taught knowledge on the court, and so it was a great thing to see. Now, also, Bobcat Wrestling had their camp going on as well, and what a camp, about 90 in attendance there, and this is another one of those camps that's always very well attended. The first week or two of June is always very summer camp heavy. Right when the kids get out of school, they go right into the camp, so that allows time for the families to grab their vacations and so forth. But Josh Gobadapur, of course, the head coach at GEHS. A lot of folks, of course, call him Coach G or Coach Josh Gobad, but he's done a great job with this program, and he led the instruction. It was a proper technique instruction camp, did a lot of different things, working from different positions there. So very heavily attended, as always, for the Bobcat Wrestling camp, and congratulations and kudos to those camps there. Luther, I know that obviously you're one of the guys running around covering this stuff. I know we've got some other folks with Team FYN Sports and other areas, but what's been your impression of the camp so far? They seem like the attendance is really up.
It is, and that's great. You know, I mean, in today's society, it's hard to keep I will say, from teenager down, you know, still.
Right.
And unfortunately, if it is, and this is not a rant, but it's in front of the TV in a video game most of the time. So these camps are very beneficial to these young athletes, and the attendance is way up from what I'm used to seeing. The participation and the fun and the smiles and just the attention span that you would not believe they have, they're showing that they actually have it.
Right.
I mean, you know, they're listening, they're tentative, and then in the youth basketball camp for the Lady Cats, each day ended with choosing teams and playing games against each other and putting those skills to the test.
Right.
And you know, just the fun, and you know, you can tell they're really involved and they want to be there.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, and I believe, you know, society is going to change a little bit back over to this athletic mentality, where even those who are not quite as athletic as another are going to start going to these camps because they're going to see their friends going and having fun.
Oh, absolutely,
So I think the numbers over the next few years are going to continue to grow.
Sure, and even if these kids, not all of them obviously are maybe going to make the team. I mean, you look at a basketball team, I mean, you only have 15 or so, and then you've got maybe your JV or whatever. But, you know, when you got 100 people, say, at a camp, I mean, obviously not all these kids will necessarily filter into their high school programs, but that's okay. I mean, the idea is they're having fun, they're learning about a sport, they're enjoying it, they're staying active, as you said, off the video game, so that when they transition, you know, especially those outdoor sports like football and so forth, you transition back into that heat. It's a tough thing to do if you've been sitting inside all summer. So it's a great thing for these kids, no doubt about it.
It really is. And another thing, you know, it basically Another thing society is teaching us is me. It's me.
Right.
I'm the one. It's all about being that self-centered.
Right.
And these camps also really push the team.
Right.
It's about you and others and not just you. And
absolutely.
And that's, to me, the biggest learning, whether you learn anything about basketball, football, baseball, softball, or whatever the sport may be, it's about learning that team, mentality,
concept,
and being there for
yep.
others and working together, which is what we need in America more than anything.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. No, definitely. And some other camps coming up this week as well. Starting today and running through the middle of the week is the Bobcat Youth Baseball Camp from 9 to noon. Coach Thurman always does a great job with this camp. That's going on this week, so we'll talk about it a little bit more next week. Also, the Pickens Dragons Youth Basketball Camp. The new boys coach Mike Duffy in charge of that one, and one of the guys that's running it. So it's great to see Coach Duffy already acclimating himself with some of the future Dragons that are coming in there, and that one will be going on this week as well. And also next week we're going to talk a little bit more about the Lady Cat softball camp. That one will be coming up the 18th through the 21st, so coming up here pretty soon. They'll be holding that camp for ages 6 to 14. $60 the cost of that camp from 9 to noon each of those days, and that will be held up at the softball facility next to Mountain View Elementary up on the hill there. So again, a lot of youth camps coming down the pipe as well, and so we're looking forward to an excellent season of summer ball, not only at the high school level but also with our summer camps. And we still have, who says there's nothing going on in the summertime? There's still a lot of sports going on, and we're excited to be bringing it to you right here on the instant replay as part of Team FYN Sports, and we appreciate you guys being with us. Speaking of Team FYN Sports, that's our email. Anytime you have any information with us, please share it. teamfynsports@fetchernews.com. We'll be glad to pass along that information to you. We're going to go ahead and take another break. Our third and final, our third quarter segment is over with. We're getting set for our fourth and final quarter segment of this week's program right here. We're going to bring Luther out from behind the glass and put him on the hot seat here as well with us, as BKP was in that last segment. And we'll talk a little bit about some other things that are going on locally, but we'll also touch on some national things of interest, including the Triple Crown and the Belmont Stakes, that and the NBA Finals, and much more still straight ahead in our final segment coming up on this week's show. Stay with us.
Had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love, because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will.
And welcome back to our 4th and final quarter segment of this week's program right here on the Instant Replay on FYNTV.com. Dave Garner joined in studio by Luther Kinsey. We appreciate you guys being with us, and a lot of things going on. It's been an action-packed show. The big news, of course, is that Fetcher News and Team FYN Sports will be televising, or streaming, I guess I should say, live streaming the 12 and Under Dizzy Dean Tournament this weekend at Clear Creek beginning on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 days all right here. Exciting news. And are we going to hear you make your play-by-play debut, or are you going to try to hide behind the camera a little bit?
Well, I'm probably going to hide behind the camera most of the weekend. I'm not sure if BKP will let me on there, because I will pull something out of, and the movie escapes my mind, but Bob Uecker.
Oh, yeah, Major League. Yeah,
Major
exactly.
League.
Yeah,
just a bit outside.
Right, exactly. Well, it's going to be a great tournament. We hope to see you guys out there, but we hope that if you can't make it to the tournament, you'll stream it with us again live. 4 days worth of coverage. 7 of the 11 teams. There's a note. 11 teams competing. 7 of those 11 are actually in our area. We cover those programs anyway. So a lot of local area teams competing. It's going to be a great brand of baseball. Dizzy Dean is always a great brand of ball. 12 and under, it's competitive. As BKP alluded to earlier, I mean, you really start seeing baseball kind of forming at that age, so very excited about that tournament. Let's transition, talk more about rec sports. Want to send a shout out to the Mountain League, the Mountain Football League, the MFL. It had started, and a couple weeks ago, we had Kevin White on from the Gilmer Rec Department talking a little bit about the Mountain League and how, the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the league, founded a couple years ago. And we wanted to give the guys a shout out, because we're as we kind of talk about high school ball, Luther, we're also going to be including football really at all levels. It's not just high school ball that we're talking about. We want folks out there to know that. But the Mountain League has been a great program. A lot of our local area teams, of course, compete in this. So we want folks to keep in the back of their mind that these guys, they're getting ready to crank up as well here pretty soon.
They are. Most of the schedules I've seen is basically late July. They really start hitting the practice field and getting ready. Games generally run through November. The Mountain Football League has 8 counties. Most of them are in our area as well. Dawson, Union, Gilmer, Pickens, White County, and Lumpkin County are new this year to it. And Hall County also competes in that. And they have 3 programs with West Hall, Chestatee, and East Hall that compete in that Mountain League. And the cool thing about the Mountain Football League is it gives these guys an opportunity to play somebody other than their friends. There is some travel involved. Sure. Of course, you can imagine West Hall out of Gainesville having to drive to Fannin County for a 9 o'clock ball game, but they accept the challenge and they go for it and perform very well. But the cool thing I really truly love about the Mountain Football League, it's 6U, 6 and under, all the way up to 8th grade. They let them experience playoffs, and they even have a Super Bowl in each division. And
that's the way it should be. Yeah,
it is.
That's how
they're all out on this. It's pretty amazing.
Some of my fondest memories of playing were really even through high school and walking on and this, that, and the other. But I mean, really the youth ball. I mean, being able to have a playoff, have a championship game, all that sort of stuff. I mean, that's really what it's all about at that age. I mean, I know we talk a lot about participation trophies and people not being fans of this, that, and the other. But I mean, when you're a kid, I mean, it's not about money or whatever. I mean, and you play for that trophy. You get that trophy. You want to enjoy the sport and everything. So, I mean, I think it's a great opportunity, no doubt about it. But seems very organized. I like the because you've had it in the past where and you've had Rabun County, you've had some other schools. They're a little bit far off. 2-hour drive. One way. But I think really for the most part, all of these schools tend to kind of be within a drive. Within a driving distance. I mean, you got some that are maybe like you said, the Hall County to Fannin County, but if the park's hosting that, you probably only have to do that once a season, I guess.
Maybe twice. I've experienced a few of these, games and days. A lot of times you will only have to make that trip twice. West Hall, of course, right across town from Chestatee. And of course from East Hall as well. White County, Lump County, right there close, just, 1 county over. It's really, it's really not bad. It's very convenient. Of course, they have the Mountain League cheerleaders as well. That they bring with them and they come through. It's fun for all. And you see a different level of competition traveling to Dawson. To Fannin. To Union and Gilmer. It's also, not only is it just fun for these young athletes, it's giving them the skill set and the mindset, preparing them for the middle school and the high school and the travel and the different levels of competition. So it just sets them up early to just really hopefully all be able to shine at the next level in high school.
Absolutely.
Of course, one thing if I may add, if you want more information on that, or just you're a county that is not listed in those, you can go to mountainfootballleague.com And, you know, you can contact them, their numbers. You'll have all the directors there. You can be able to get in touch with them, and hopefully next year your team can get in.
There we go. Sounds good. MountainFootballLeague.com. Go ahead and check them out. Also, Dawson County Fall Baseball and Softball registration starts July 1st. So that's rapidly approaching as well. Online and walk-in registrations are available in Dawson County. Valuations and drafts will begin in August, as well as practice, and the games will begin in September for fall ball in Dawson County. $60 for resident, $80 for non-resident. Contact the Dawson County Park and Recreation Department for more information on that as well. We've got a couple minutes left here, Luther, in the show, and I want to touch on a couple of things. We've got a lot of things here. Of course, Atlanta United busy over the weekend. They came away with a 1-1 draw on the road, which is not bad considering New York City is one of those teams that's done real well. The Atlanta Braves enter the week tied for first with the Nationals. They've got 12 of their next 14 at home, so hopefully they'll be able to get back on top there. Stanley Cup wrapping up. Washington Capitals French Open. Rafael Nadal captured his 11th Grand Slam title, and also Simona Halep captures her first Halep Grand Slam there as well, being the #1 ranked player in the world. Clint Boyer with a rain-shortened win at Michigan. As I'm just kind of running through this stuff real quick, but the one thing I want to spend the last minute or two talking about is the Triple Crown. Now, I don't know if you're into horse racing. I've really gotten into it over the last several years, but a couple years ago, American Pharoah was the first Triple Crown horse in, 30-something years? And then now all of a sudden, a couple years later, boom, we got another one, Justify, another Bob Baffert horse, capturing the Belmont Stakes over the weekend, became just the 13th horse ever to capture the Triple Crown. What a feat.
I don't understand a lot about horse racing. It's kind of like four-legged NASCAR to me.
Right.
You know, I mean, yes.
Horsepower, yes. So there you go.
Okay, I think we're kind of
there's a tie there.
We're kind of even for the comment I made earlier.
Right.
I've never really followed horse racing.
Yeah.
I haven't. But it is an amazing sport.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
no doubt about it.
For one man, or any man, to have these horses and understand the breeding process, to get this, to get that, and there's no performance enhancing drugs in these animals.
Right.
And the bravest people in the world are those little short gentlemen that get on the back of those things. Every word out of my mouth is showing how little I know about horse racing.
Right. Yeah.
I do know they're called jockeys.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But it is the Triple Crown is a feat that is more rare to win than I can't think of anything.
Right.
That's, less rare.
Like back-to-back championship. I mean, that'd be a good discussion actually for a day. Would be to kind of compare that, because the Triple Crown it's one of those things where a lot of horses over the last 20 years have won the first two. They've won the Derby, they've won the Preakness, but the Belmont's a different race, different distance, just different race. That's the one that tends to catch up to a lot of these horses. Yes. But Justify basically led wire to wire. I mean, it's obviously very quick. It's a couple minutes. It's over with. If you blink, you'll miss it type of event. But jockey Mike Smith, Bob Baffert, as we talked about historically, has been one of the tops, if not the top owner in horse racing. So Justify, again, winning that one. How about let's switch gears to NBA Finals real quick before we get out of here. The Warriors with the sweep, but as soon as the final horn sounded, the storyline was no longer about the championship or whatever. The storyline became, where does LeBron go from here? And I think that's one thing that we're going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks from a national standpoint. Is a lot of folks feel like LeBron will not be back. A lot of folks feel like there's a better than 50% chance that he'll move somewhere else, whether it be the Lakers or whoever. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Well, I was listening to some sports radio the other day, and there was a 4-hour conversation on this one subject. And there's probably more, but I cut it off after 4 hours.
I was going to say. We had more as well we're not going to get to, but it's definitely a rainy day topic.
Well, the general consensus that I was receiving, that I was listening to and I was really took into my mind, was what teams need him. What teams have the finances for him.
Right.
What teams is he a good fit for?
Right.
LeBron, and this is majority of your NBA professional sports players across the board, he has an ego. Mm-hmm. He will not fit on another team that has a player with an equal or
with a superstar.
Real close, with a superstar basically.
Yeah, he will have to. It'd have to be a team that would be willing to let him kind of be the coach / GM slash player slash superstar slash
Water
whatever,
boys,
and because that's basically what happened in Cleveland. I mean, he handpicked 2 or 3 times in one season this year. He handpicked the guys that to surround himself with, the role player type players, but it wasn't enough in the end.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks was the general consensus of where he needed to go.
Right.
But, yes, they have a superstar there.
Right.
He's younger.
Right.
And it would be a good fit for LeBron to come in and continue to mentor him.
Right.
Which, personally, rant.
Right.
I don't see LeBron mentoring anyone.
Right. Yeah.
I see LeBron putting those, as you said, handpicking those around him that will benefit him.
Right.
Not those that he can benefit.
Right. That's true. True.
Great ball player.
Yeah.
No doubt. Not questioning his ability. Unfortunately, he's been able to finish. Over the last several years, winning. I think it was. I'm not sure the year, but that he did win.
Right.
It was like 2016.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. Yeah.
But I'd like to see him go somewhere. I personally, I'm a Hawks fan.
Right. Me too.
I would not.
Yeah.
I would
I'd
not
love to have him here. Yeah. I mean, I'd definitely take him. No doubt about that.
Yes, we've got some superstars. They're young.
Right. Yeah. Be a good supporting cast. No doubt about it.
We need something.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely do. No doubt about it. Well, we're about out of time this week. We've got a lot going on. Next week, we might continue that discussion a little bit and talk about the whole LeBron versus MJ debate. So we might bring that to the table, especially if we're a little bit slower and we have time to talk about it. But the good thing is we've had a whole other segment we're not going to get to of national and regional stuff, and that's fine because the point of this show is not that stuff. It's the stuff that we've talked about. It's the local stuff. It's the scholastic sports. It's our student athletes, and that's what the Instant Replay and Team FYN Sports are all about. So with that, we will leave you with some things to think about. We'll talk a little bit more about youth camps next week, and we'll talk more about high school camps, football, all those things that are going on next week. We'll break down more schedules for you, and we'll bring you the best that North Georgia has to offer, because if it happens in North Georgia, we're all over it. That's right. Dave Garner alongside Luther Kinsey, Amanda Evans behind the glass today with us as well. Sammy Cates, of course, behind the scenes, our very own BKP. Want to thank him for joining us right here on the program, and looking forward to the Dizzy Dean tournament later this week, live right here on FYNTV.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you same time, same place next week right here on the Instant Replay. So long, everyone.